Hello students, today we will learn Gauss Divergence Theorem. So first of all, we will see the importance of Gauss Divergence Theorem, means why Gauss Divergence Theorem is essential. So this theorem can be used to convert surface integral to volume integral and vice versa. So this is the importance of Gauss Divergence Theorem. Now we will see the statement. So before going through the statement, first we will see the mathematical expression. So mathematically, Gauss Divergence Theorem can be expressed as this or this mathematical formula. Okay, this divergence of A can be written as del dot A vector. So the Gauss divergence theorem says that the surface integral of vector field A taken over a closed surface is equal to volume integral of divergence of vector field A taken over a volume V enclosed by the surface S. So this is the mathematical expression of Gauss divergence theorem. So it states that surface integral of vector field A, vector surface integral of vector field A taken over a closed surface S is equal to the volume integral of divergence of vector field A over a volume V enclosed by the surface is. So this is the statement and mathematical expression for Gauss divergence theorem. Now we will see the proof of Gauss divergence theorem. So to prove Gauss divergence theorem, we have to consider a closed surface. This is S enclosed by the volume V, and suppose A be the vector field. So this whole surface is made up of very small volume elements. So consider this is a small volume elements having volume delta V1 encloses a surface area delta S1. Consider another neighboring volume element. This is the volume element having volume delta V2 encloses by the surface area delta S1. So this surface is made up of large number of volume elements. Okay, whatever we have seen in this diagram, we can quote in the text. Consider a closed surfaces which encloses a volume V in a vector field A, and let the volume V is divided into large number of small elements delta V1, delta V2 up to delta Vi enclosed by the surface areas delta S1, delta S2 up to delta Si. Okay, now we consider the vector field or flux of the vector field coming out from this volume element. So suppose the flux of the vector field through the volume element delta V1, the flux of vector field. So suppose the flux of vector field is coming outward from this volume element delta V1 is given by this. Okay, surface integral over surface area delta S1 A vector dot ds. So A vector is vector field dot ds. This is equal to the divergence of vector field into small volume element, that is volume element having volume delta V1. Okay, so the flux is nothing but the divergence into volume. We know that the flux is nothing but divergence into volume. So this is for the volume element delta V1. So similarly, the flux of the vector field through the volume element delta V2 will be this one, delta surface integral over vector field over surface area delta S2 is equal to the divergence of A into volume element delta V2. So this is the flux of vector field through the volume element delta V2. Similarly, suppose there are n number of volume elements. So for n number of volume elements, so for nth volume element, this equation will become a surface area over surface integral over A vector dot ds, okay, over the surface area delta Sn is nothing but divergence of vector field into the volume element, nth volume element, that is delta Vn. Okay, so this is for first volume element, this is for second volume, this is for nth volume element. Now we will add both sides of equation number 1, 2, 3, right, and we will add left hand side as well as right hand side of the equation number 1, 2, 3. So after adding the left and right hand side of equation number, both sides of equation number 1, 2 and 3, we will get Now adding both sides of equation number 1, 2, 3, we will get the surface integral over the surface delta S1 A dot ds plus surface integral over the surface delta S2 A dot ds up plus up to surface integral over the surface area delta Sn A dot ds is equal to divergence of vector field A into volume element V1 plus divergence of vector field A into volume element delta V2 up to divergence of vector field A into volume element delta V1. Now we can see that this divergence of A, that is del dot A vector, is common, okay, throughout the each term, so we can take common. So next step, we have taken divergence of A common, so inside the bracket will it remain del V1 plus del V2 plus up to del Vn. Okay, now we can see from this expression, left hand side is summation and right hand side is also the summation of volume element, and left hand side is the summation of surface integrals. So this left hand side, because this is delta S1 delta S2 up to delta Sn, here delta V1 plus delta V2 up to delta, so this sum can be written in terms of summation, this sum can be written in terms of summation. So summation from 1 to n. So left hand side can be written as summation from summation over I equal to 1 to n, that is surface integral delta Si vector field A dot ds. So since I is equal to from 1 to I is from 1 to n. Similarly, this can also be written, because this is in the summation form, so this can also be written in terms of summation symbol, summation over I equal to 1 to n divergence of vector field A into delta Vi, since I is equal to I is from 1 to n. So we will get this equation number 4. Now if we consider n tends to infinity, n tends to infinity means the number of volume elements. Suppose, again I am showing the figure, suppose this number of volume elements, okay, will become infinite. Okay, suppose this enclosed surface area, surface is enclosed by the volume elements which are infinite. If suppose n tends to infinity, then volume element, this each volume elements will become very small. It means volume enclosed by this volume elements is very small, that means it tends to 0. Okay, so suppose when number of volume elements will tend to infinity, then volume of each volume element, that is delta Vi, tends to 0. Therefore the summation of equation number 1 will be converted into the volume integral, because volume is tends to 0, volume of volume element tends to 0, it means volume elements is will become very small because of that very small part. Okay, because of that the left hand side summation symbol of left hand side of this equation number 4 will be converted into the volume integral. So the equation number 4 becomes this one, summation over I equal to 1 integral over surface area del Si A dot A vector dot ds. Now this summation will be converted into the volume, since volume of the volume element tends to 0, because number of volume elements tends to infinity. So this summation will be converted into volume integral. So volume integral over divergence of A into dV, that is the equation number 5. Okay, now we consider another condition, because we know that, again I am showing a diagram, okay, figure. We know that this is the first volume element, this is second volume element, and this is connected by this common surface. Okay, suppose flux outward flux, okay, outward vector field or outward flux from this common surface for this volume element, if suppose the direction is this, but for this volume element the direction of that flux, outward flux, in this direction, and here in this direction, it means equal but in opposite direction. So this is common surface, so outward flux throughout the common surface is equal and opposite. So if suppose there are number of volume elements, so for all volume elements, the common surface of outward field through the common surface is equal and opposite. Okay, so outward flux is equal and opposite, so they will cancel out. So only the boundary remains, and boundary means nothing but the surface S will remain. Okay, so through the common surfaces outward flux will be cancelled out, so only the boundary of this surface will remain. So boundary of the surface is represented by the surface S. Okay, that surface out S. So this left hand side, of this equation number of 5, this left hand side of equation number 5 can be written as, since the outward flux of neighboring volume elements through common surface are equal and opposite, so therefore left hand side of equation number 5, that is left hand side, this summation over I equal to 1 to n integral over surface del Si a dot ds can be written as a surface integral, that is double integral over surface S, because common neighboring volume elements, the outward flux is equal and opposite, cancel out, so only the boundary of the whole surface will remain, so that del Si will converted into S, and summation and that integral of del Si will be converted into double integral over S, that is surface integral. Suppose this is equation number 6. Now from equation number 5, this equation number 5, so this will be equal to the surface integral, and right hand side is equal to the volume integral. So from equation number 5 and equation number 6, okay, we will get this one, surface integral over vector field A over the entire surfaces is equal to volume integral over divergence of vector field A taken over the volume V enclosed by the surface S. So this is the relation between the surface integral and volume integral. So this is nothing but the Gauss divergence theorem. So this is the required equation of Gauss divergence theorem. So today we have seen importance of Gauss divergence theorem, statement and mathematical expression of Gauss divergence theorem, and complete derivation related to it. Thank you very much.